Now that 19 European central banks have revealed a substantial amount, the price of XRP has risen to over $59,000, 0 cents per coin. In fact, by 2025, XRP will be worth $9,400,000,000, 0 cents. You can use it to pay for things all over Europe, and Ripple is a part of the Digital Euro Initiative. The objective is to eventually replace the standard euro with XRP as the primary method of online payment. This announcement coincides with a story published by Europe's largest bank, which confirms the global trend toward using XRP as a payment method rather than a digital euro. The price of XRP, according to financial capitalists and venture capital firms, will range from $10,000, 0 cents, to $35, 0 cents. The source of this statement is Jimmy Valley, the managing director of Vail Capital. According to Valley, XRP's value will range from $10, 0 cents to each coin costs $35,000, 0 cents. XRP stands to replace Vail Capital, which has become a renowned and esteemed European venture capital firm, once it is regulated and recognized as the first cryptocurrency in the world. The digital currency and 19 international central banks, including some in Europe, have already committed to this goal and begun purchasing XRP in preparation. We will discuss the current price of XRP, which is $211, 0 cents. However, it is crucial to note that XRP has a true value in the tens of thousands of dollars. We have been receiving an actual price range of €10, 0 cents to €50, 0 cents. Currently, it is €50, 0 cents in Europe, but VC firms predict that number will rise to €10, 0 cents in the next 2 to 3 years. An important development occurred less than 8 days ago when France, the country in charge of the digital euro program, announced in a video that the digital euro has a stable coin on the XRP ledger. Again, Ripple has recently joined the DEA to aid in the growth of CBDC, and it was recently announced that the MD of Ripple Europe has confirmed this. Progresses and enters planning stage. The head of the European Central Bank meets with M. Mitchell Spar, a former Ripple advisor. France has also announced its partnership with Ripple and praised XRP. The next step is to embark on a journey, and the legislator and I will accompany him to ensure a smooth transition. That the euro will be the de facto global currency in the not too distant future, and that its many organizations will coordinate to ensure its continued use. What does it imply for you? There would be a free and easy way for people to use it everywhere in the euro region, but it depends on the political process. You get to decide whether to spend it digitally or with cash. The euro, now that the new XRP ETP is live on 3 European platforms, it's clear that Europe is leading the way in XRP adoption. Of course, many other continents and countries have also made the switch to XRP. For example, India made headlines recently when it collaborated with Ripple to enable payment processing within the country. Employed XRP Indeed, a first of its kind crude oil deal between the UAE and India, has just closed on the XRP system, which is a component of the RippleNet system. This essentially transferred a $500 trillion 0 cents oil business onto the XRP system, and Ripple has further solidified their position in the UAE by, after XRP is regulated and established as the first global currency, its potential value per coin might range from $10,000, 0 cents to $35, 0 cents. Now, let us introduce you to our partner who we are excited to announce our big cooperation with. Everyone who watches this film will, according to Uphold's pledge, enjoy $1,000, 0 cents complimentary, so you may all acquire even more XRP. To claim your award, simply reply using XRP, click the like icon, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this video. Before we start, make sure you've signed up for Uphold through the link in the description and completed a transaction. The amount can range from 1 penny to $10. After that, you'll receive your referral bonus. Audio recording of this monumental announcement. For the first time ever, XRP has a price higher than $50,000. 0 cents per coin, according to the largest European venture capitalist, who has predicted that its value will be between $10, 0 cents, and $35, 0 cents. Think about it. 1 month after regulation, where do you see XRP? Let's play the movie from your own honest perspective. That's why we consider the SEC case to be the final missing link in the regulatory system that needs to be addressed. There are various potential solutions to this problem, but one of them is for the government to intervene and establish regulations. However, we all know that this will happen soon, so when I say it is imminent, I would be surprised if we were still embroiled in the SEC lawsuit in 3 months. The global situation is so dire that it seems like we could use a solution similar to XRP for instantaneous funding. The next natural question is, okay, now that we've solved it magically, how much does it cost? The answer is obviously quite high, so I wouldn't be surprised if the price skyrocketed to $10, 0 cents, or $20, 0 cents in an instant. What worries me is that an agreement has been struck between states, and in this scenario, XRP would serve as a neutral asset that central banks could trade with each other to convert fiat currency to another. Now we're back to our previous discussion. XRP needs to cover most of the money. Additionally, I believe you're looking at a scenario where XRP would agree to settle, which would happen immediately, and for each coin might be worth $10,000, 0 cents, to $35, 0 cents. And our lives could remain the same or change slightly. I'm not sure. It's no surprise that the XRP ledger has garnered so much attention. After all, the massive influx of capital into the platform makes perfect sense. The price of XRP seems set to continue rising at a dizzying rate. Exponential velocity XRP and the XRP ledger are being utilized in projects that aim to construct and integrate multi-million and billion-dollar corporations such as Walmart and Amazon Banana. Now that they're available to the public, platforms like Exchange make it easy to access the XRP ledger and trade any token, not only XRP. It comprises EVM chain tokens, the XRP ledger, and the Solana chain. A software is available for both iOS and Android devices that allows users to transact on the XRP ledger and view real-time pricing. Not only that, but they have all the latest tokens, including XRP ledger utility currencies and major coins. Exchange has finally issued its own cryptocurrency, the BXC token, on their exchange, which is the most insane thing. Others believe that this will be the next great bull run token, according to many on the XRP ledger. To give you an idea, the Exchange handles millions of dollars worth of trades every day using the BXC token, which is the original token for the exchange. There was a meteoric rise of hundreds of thousands of percent in the value of the crypto.com coin Crow, which is exclusively usable on the crypto.com market. I'll leave all the specifics in the text below so you can look them over film. It's expected that BXC currency will do the same, if not even bigger, as the #1 exchange on the XRP ledger on the Solana chain, and shortly to be on the EVM chain as well.